There we go. Sorry, Justin. Hello, good to see you. How have things been? What's going on? Oh, and I'm doing great. I am like buzzing with excitement that I'm actually going to go to Cedar Point. Um, I've been wanting to go since I was like 4 years old or something. Like, that is my Disneyland that I've never actually been able to go to. So, I'll be going in about 9 days, and I am so excited. It is unreal. And don't mind me, I'm just listening to a little Billie Eilish. How have you been, though, Justin? What have you been up to? Oh, I didn't even know that was happening, Justin. I'm assuming that's good news, though. I don't know why I called. Hello, Triclom. Oh yeah, fingers crossed for you, Justin. I'm hoping that it all goes smoothly and that there's no complications or anything like that. Oh, Cedar Point. Let me tell you. um, I recommend just googling it real quick. Cedar Point. Just like look up some images. It is like the roller coaster capital of the world. Quite literally, that is what it is known as. 17 of like the most intense, crazy roller coasters that exist. It's out in Ohio. It's over 150 years old at this point, so it is like a little bit of history to go there. It's right on Lake Erie. I've never been, and I am so stoked. Like, words cannot put it into like perspective how just like unbearably pumped I am for the whole thing. It's unreal. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm actually currently trying to go a bit sober myself. I've been drinking a little too much the last probably like 2 months or so, and I'm like, I don't want this to become like too much of a habit, so I'm trying myself to ease back on that quite a bit. Scared of roller coasters, but that's what makes it fun. Oh, I will have a magnificent time, even though the trip there is going to be like exhausting. Oh, congratulations, Justin! That's a big milestone right there. I'm very proud of you. Don't take that in like a condescending kind of way. I just really mean it. What did I think overall of The Last of Us Season 2? I thought it was fantastic, and I'm seeing all these videos coming out saying, like, oh, it was trash, they wasted their potential, the pacing was bad, the characters were wrong. this, and that. And I'm like, I don't see it, man. Like, I've played that game more than most people, I would say. I have played it, no joke, probably 10, 11 times, like from beginning to end, I've played that game. So I have a pretty darn good feel for like how the story goes, what it's meant to feel like, what the characters are supposed to feel like. And I admit that there were changes made. Some of them I wasn't the biggest fan of, and some of them I was a huge fan of. But overall, I thought it was really, like, really, really solid. If anything, I thought maybe it was just a little short. Like, 7 episodes for a season feels just a little too short for me, considering we have to wait like 2 years in between seasons. And yeah, like Triclass said, we watched that together, and I was, I thought it was great. What about wait? What about the pacing with Joel specifically? I love you to the day that I die. To the day that I die. Kiss my eyes. To the day that I die. See. Uh, I would say give it a shot, Mr. Moore. I think the show takes the very bleak storyline of the game and actually lifts it up into a little bit more of a brighter tone. Not completely. Like I said, I think it's pretty faithful, but there's a lot more like happy moments to balance it out than I think were in the game. The game was very, very focused on like this revenge quest, and it just got really dark for really prolonged periods of time before you got like those little slivers of light. The show, I would say, balanced it a little better, actually. But I understand if, just in general, the story is just a little too sad and bleak for you. I actually don't think it was like Long Long Time. Long Long Time was very, very happy. And the price did have happy moments in it, but by the end of the episode, it left me feeling very sad in like a missed opportunity kind of way. Not in a bad like, oh, the show missed an opportunity here. It was like a character missed an opportunity here, and it made me feel very bad. I was like, ooh, that hurts. Whereas Long Long Time, I cried my eyes out, but it felt like they had lived their full lives together. It was happy. It was worth the strain and the effort and this and that. So I don't feel like those two are completely comparable. In a way, I think they were, and it's Dina Triclods, not Dana. I didn't think we needed 3 episodes, but um, I mean, it was 2 episodes. I guess 3 if you count like the aftermath episode. And I somewhat agree. I think they might have played that up perhaps a bit too much, but I can see why, considering it's Pedro Pascal and they wanted to have him around probably for just a teeny bit more than he was in the game. But considering people got mad about it anyways, they probably should have just been like, let's get through this a little faster. You're a good, Triclaw. Oh, thank you. But it is a happy story, I think. Like, it's again, I cried my eyes out. You can see my reaction. I was a mess. That was an emotional roller coaster for me. But to see two men just fall in love and live a full life together, even if it is cut a little bit short by, like this horrible illness and everything, they got 20 years together, and that was beautiful. And it makes me emotional talking about it. it was such a, it was such a good episode. Hey, Savage, what's going on? But yeah, the price, like I said, it has. Try not to spoil too much since you haven't seen it. It's like the first 20 minutes of the episode is like unbearably happy, and you're just like, wow, this is so beautiful. I love this. And then the back half of the episode is really tragic, and it didn't feel the same to me as Long Long Time. And no, I have not seen Sinners yet. My roommate saw it, said it was really, really good. So I will be seeing it. That is definitely on my list. Honestly, at this point, I might just wait for it to come out on digital and just like do a live stream and watch it with you all. That would be kind of fun. Oh, don't make me cry. Don't put that quote on there. That's gonna make me cry. I never even watched the trailer for Sinners though. Like all I know is, or I think I know it's about vampires, and that it has Michael B. Jordan in it. Oh wait, it is out on digital already. Wait, what? What? Oh wait, is it only to buy though? Because I want to wait till it's like on a streaming service, just so everyone can watch it without there being like any issues. Oh, I'll go in blind. I'm not gonna watch the trailer. Um, yeah, it's still in theaters as well as digital, so I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because I do want it to. Again, I want it to be accessible for everyone to watch, so that when I put it on, it's not just like me and three other people who are actually able to watch it. And yeah, I'm not gonna look up anything. And as much as I would love to watch it in theaters, it's been a minute since I've watched like a good movie with you all. So I would like to do that. I was gonna do that with Thunderbolts, but then a friend of mine brought me to go see it in D-Box theater, my first D-Box experience, which was very fun. Uh huh. Feel weak. Uh huh. 'Cause I feel weak. Uh huh. If I fall into the sea, don't let me go because I feel weak. Like the strange thing about oh no, don't tell me it's like that. The strange thing about the Johnson, I hate you all for making me watch that. That was insane. That was one of the most ridiculously unsettling things I have ever watched. That was so unreal, dude. I'm glad I went into that not knowing what was going to happen though, because that was a fun experience, but that was wild. Man, since I love Interview with the Vampire so much, I am curious to see how close it's gonna feel tonally to Sinners, just because they're both vampire stories. Okay, it's nothing like it. Okay, good. uh, the strange thing about the Johnsons was a lot. That was a lot. By the way, if you want to listen to the song, you know what? I have an idea. Every time my song changes, I will post it in here. Okay, I should probably take caps lock off. Listen along with me. But yeah, no. For the stream, like my big announcement was just gonna be, oh my god, I'm going to Cedar Point. If anyone wants to join me, like, no joke, if you live in or around like Ohio and you want to come out and join me at Cedar Point from June 17th to the 19th, come on by. Let's go hang out. It'll be fun. If you're afraid of roller coasters, this will be a chance for you to overcome that fear and or hold the bags at the entrance if you're truly too scared. But I always recommend people face their fears. Especially in the case of a roller coaster, like that adrenaline rush you get when overcoming said fears, it just feels so good. It's so much fun. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull up a video of one of these. I am computer illiterate. Only 31 years old, and I feel like I don't know how to work technology. Yeah, screw it. I'll just do a window capture there. Okay, select the window, Cedar Point. Boom. Okay. So this is only one of the many rides that I'm like so unbearably hyped for. But this is the tallest roller coaster in the world at 420 feet tall, goes 120 miles an hour, and has 3 launches. So let me just play this out for everyone. It's called Top Thrill 2 because it used to be a different ride that had some mechanical issues. They had to revamp it and turn it into this one. Shayna! Let me turn this down just a little bit because it's just a bunch of wind. Actually, I don't think you guys can hear it at all because I have the... Oh, I missed you too, Shayna. Like, are you seeing this shit? I'm actually gonna be on this. Like, like I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And then you get launched at 120 miles an hour up this 420-foot tall top hat. I am pumped, dude. No, but I will be June 17th, Shayna. You want to come with? You want to come and join me? The other one that I'm like really, really banking on getting on is Still Vengeance. This is an insane roller coaster. I mean, there's a bunch here that I'm like really, really pumped to go get on, but this is probably like the number one. This person film it on their phone. I will not support that. That is very dangerous. Don't bring your phones onto roller coasters, folks. It is extremely dangerous. Do they not have any POVs besides like the one like built in the track? That's frustrating, but oh well. Where have I been? I've been busy with my D&D campaign. Also with the new job. The new job is really, I don't want to say it's really stressful because it's not, but it is stressful and it takes a lot out of me. Also, to that note, don't expect me to stream while I'm at Cedar Point, just because I need to save my phone battery, and streaming like kills my battery really, really fast. And I've never been to Ohio, so I'm gonna need my GPS in order to get back to my like hotel and back to the airport and all that. So don't expect any streams while I'm there. I'm bringing a portable charger, but it only works so well. As a matter of fact, I'm just testing it out today, and let me see here. Yeah, see, it only got me from 15% to 60% before the battery died, so I'm gonna have to be a little careful. My hours are 7:15 in the morning to 5:15 at night, so 10-hour shifts. They're exhausting. Yesterday's shift in particular was really exhausting. Like, it took a lot out of me. I was gonna come home and stream immediately, just because it had been a while. But I was like, I can't. Like, I have zero energy. Dang, you have 12-hour shifts? That's rough. Do you work 3 days a week with 12-hour shifts, or 4 days? Or five? If you work 5 days a week with 12-hour shifts, that is too much. Too much. But yeah, sorry, Shayna. It's different when I'm at Circus Circus here at home, because if my phone dies, I'm like, well, I know how to get back home. Like, it's not that big a deal. But when I'm in a whole other state, all by myself, I've got no idea, like, where I'm going. So I really need to make sure I maintain a charge on my phone somehow. Like, even just taking pictures, I'm going to have to be kind of frugal with, because it's risky. I really don't want to be without a phone in a completely like unknown space. That would be a little scary. 4 days, 2 8-hour shifts, 2 12-hour shifts. Dang, that is a lot. I mean, oh, I see. That still gives you your 40. I'm going June 17th to June 19th. So, again, if you want to come and join me, it would be fun. If I recall, you're not super close to Ohio, but you're closer than I am. So, if you want to come and join. I'm putting on my next song for everybody. Put it in the chat. Check it out. It's a French song. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in Florida. For some reason, I thought you were up in Pennsylvania. All right, tell you what. My next trip is likely going to be to Busch Gardens. More than likely, I'm going to Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. So when that happens, I'll give you a heads up. And then I will go pick you up. And we'll go have some fun over at Busch Gardens. Gang, gang. But yes, how's everybody doing though? Anything new going on in your lives? Anything unfortunate happened? Oh, we're gonna have a ton of fun. I don't know when it's gonna happen because this trip right here is very expensive, and I imagine plane tickets to Tampa Bay and like the hotel and everything. I'm sure that will also be very expensive. So I'll have to space it out a little bit. But when I go, we're gonna have fun. And yes, I'm doing this trip alone. I did it a little too last minute for anyone I know to be able to join me. So I'm just going solo. But I did that for the Texas trip as well. This will be the first time I've ever flown by myself or rented a car or been to Ohio. So it's a couple firsts for me. Also, my first red eye flight, which that's going to be exhausting. Like, truly, truly exhausting. And yes, also good practice for coming to the UK. I mean, I've been on flights before. I'm fine with flying. I'm lying when I say that. I don't like like I don't like flying at all. It does kind of freak me out, which is weird that I'm like perfectly fine with roller coasters and not with flying. But I'll just get on that plane, be excited about the trip, and try my absolute best to sleep. I don't. I really don't think I'm going to be able to sleep on that plane, but I will try because that first day is going to be brutally long. Like, we're talking almost 48 hours staying awake because I'll be up on Monday, flying out on midnight that night, getting to Atlanta at like 6 in the morning, and then flying to Ohio, getting there at like 9, picking up the rental car, driving out to Cedar Point, and like getting all my tickets and everything from the hotel, and then spending the whole day at Cedar Point until 10 o'clock at night. So that's gonna be a lot. I may have to take a power nap like when I get to the hotel before I actually get to the park because like I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to survive. Like, that's quite a bit. We be in the car road trip blog. I mean, I'm not road tripping this one. This one I'm flying. And yes, I will be dragging you around to the UK theme parks because it's gonna be fun. You're good, don't worry. And yeah, it's gonna be a journey. A really, really long journey. Hey Virgo, what's going on? I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah, no, I've noticed a lot of people have fallen off the channel, either with the breaks that I've taken or with some of the content that I've covered. Because I know a lot of people didn't really vibe with From, so I may just end up watching that on my own. Because again, there's a lot of people who didn't seem to vibe with the show, which is fine. No one vibes with everything. I'm about to do some gummies. Ooh, nice. Very nice. And hell yeah, I'm ready for the rides. Oh, hell yes. I am getting older though, so it's a little rougher on my body than it used to be. So I'm gonna have to take it a little bit slower than I probably normally would. I mean, I'm 31. Like, I've hit the point where I can't do roller coasters and long, long, long days as easily as I used to. I'm still, young and fresh, but it's not as easy as it used to be. When I went to Magic Mountain in September this last year, I was really feeling it. Like, I went on, I think, 6 roller coasters in a row, just like back to back to back, and I was not nauseous, but like really disoriented and I mean, I guess a little nauseous because I got to a point where I was just like, I need to sit. I need to sit and have some food because I'm not feeling great. So I'll have to take it a little slower. And sorry, Shayna. Yeah, From just did terribly for the channel. Like, I don't really do stuff on the channel for the views 100%, but I do also do it for the views, if that makes sense. Like, I want to make sure people are enjoying it. And it didn't feel like people were really enjoying From, so I think I'm just going to do that one on my own. Probably the same for season 3 of The Last of Us when that comes out, because people were not really vibing. My overall thoughts on The Last of Us, I've absolutely loved it. Like, I think the hate on this season is ridiculous. No offense, Reggie. Um, Again, I've played that game more times than most people have ever played it, and I think they did a fantastic job with the story. They made some changes that I was a fan of, they made some changes I was not a fan of, but overall, I think it was a fantastic bit of television. And it got me really excited for season 3 when that comes out, 400 years from now. And I'm glad you love too. It's a great song. Gonna como tú. No falte nada más. Y lo más difícil de encontrar. De encontré contigo. You see, I don't get why Bella got all the hate that they did. Because I thought Bella Ramsey did a fantastic job. Like, it was a slightly different version of Ellie from the game. I'll admit that. Like, this is a much more openly emotional Ellie, while at the same time being even more closed off than the one in the game. Like, they made changes with the character for sure, but I think it still stayed true to the spirit of the character in like a really good way. Right. That I also thought it was weird. I'm like, people, like, I noticed people hating on Abby a little bit, specifically after like the big episode, but the fact that everyone was just like, Bella looks weird, I'm like, shut up. I don't know. It does feel a lot like there's a lot of people who dislike Bella's portrayal of Ellie simply because they're not objectively as like attractive as the character from the game, which I think is a really shitty way to look at it, and like genuinely irritates me quite a lot. And I realize that's not entirely where all the criticism comes from. Some of the criticism comes from, again, some of the changes they made to the character's writing, of her being like less vicious, and I wouldn't say less bloodthirsty. She seemed pretty down to kill whoever she needed to kill in the show. She just killed less of them because it's kind of unrealistic to have a 19-year-old like go on a murder spree and take out an entire militia through the city of Seattle, which I think is a fine change to make. I don't know. For all the people who are just like, she didn't kill enough people, I'm like, okay, well, Joel killed, like, what? If you're not counting the big massacre at the hospital, he killed, like, one person in the whole first season compared to the tons and tons and tons of people that you kill in the game, because it's a show. It just doesn't make sense for someone to kill that many people and have like no repercussions. I don't know. I think they're two different mediums, and you have to accept that the show is going to be less violent. It Otherwise it just doesn't feel realistic enough. It doesn't feel real enough. It's just something that you have to kind of get with. Like, I guarantee when we get to the Abby portion of the show, she's also going to kill a whole lot less people than she did in the game, because it's not a game. it's it's different. I have not watched Scam, but that is on my list of shows to watch. I've seen a lot of people recommend it since I watched Young Royals, so perhaps when I finish Young Royals, I will do that. I haven't decided though. You see, I loved that finale with day one of Seattle. I thought that was a really nice little like tease into the third season. Like, ooh, and I said in my review, I think it's smart that they're getting people prepped for the idea that you're going to get this whole story from Abby's perspective. Because in the game, having such an abrupt transition and just going straight into it, there's a lot of people who just put the game down and were like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to do it. And I think there's going to be a lot of people in the show who probably do the same, even with time to digest that. But I think it'll be a little bit easier for people to have time to digest the fact that, yes, you're going to be with Abby for this next season. So get with it and get ready. I think ultimately it was a strong choice to do that. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at my music. Oh yes, cariño. But yeah, no, I like I said, ultimately, I don't get all the hate for this season. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think it was a really strong season. If anything, I just think it was too short. 7 episodes for a 2 year wait is kind of crazy, but you know. Oh, you've been to Cedar Point? Oh, I'm so excited, dude. Like, I am so excited. I'm so excited that I was going through my roller coaster tally that I've made, like all the roller coasters I've ever been on, like in the order that I've been on them. And well, hold on, I'm gonna show you real quick because I'm geeking out right now. I just gotta find it. Eres un amor. Oh hell yes, I'm thinking about Epic Universe. If I do a Florida trip, there is a strong chance I will be doing Busch Gardens, Epic Universe, and Islands of Adventure. I probably will skip out on Disney World just because it's so expensive, and that might have to be its own trip all on its own. But Epic Universe, everything I've seen about that park coming out right now, I'm like, dude, that place looks so good. Like, it looks unreal how good that looks. How do I. Like, hold on. I need to show you all how, like, autistic I am about roller coasters. Just give me a second. There we go. So, like, I've tallied out exactly every roller coaster I've been on in the order that I've been on them, and I'm only at 74. 74 roller coasters is not enough. I need to at least reach 100, and this Cedar Point trip is not going to be enough to get me to 100. But thank God for that Texas trip, because that really boosted my count quite a bit. It took me from 49 to 71. This is not hefty. There are coaster enthusiasts that I like follow on YouTube and everything have been on like over 1,000. So this needs to improve. This needs to improve a lot. But I'll get there. Oh, I'm gonna get there. But yeah, Cedar Point is. It's been my dream to go there since I was a little kid. Just tell me. Okay, I'll tell you when. My number one, I have my list right down here at the bottom for my top 10. My number one is Twisted Colossus currently at Magic Mountain. Because every time I've been on it, it has dueled, which is like a big part of the ride where you're actually like racing the other side and you like flip over each other and stuff. There's a ride called Stardust Racers at Epic Universe that is like that but on steroids that I have to get on at some point. If I had the time on this trip to get over to Six Flags Great America, I totally would because that place also looks fantastic. Looks like one of the best Six Flags parks for sure. I mean, again, when your whole job is to be a coaster enthusiast, it makes it a little easier to go on these trips all around the world to get on that many roller coasters. I have like just a regular quote unquote 9 to 5 job that makes it a little difficult for me to get the time off all the time to do these things. I haven't been to Harry Potter World. I've been to the Harry Potter World in Universal Studios Hollywood, and it was really fun. Um, Again, it makes me feel a little scummy sometimes whenever I give money to anything related to Harry Potter, though, just because I hate J.K. Rowling so much. Um, but it's not like you can pay for a ticket and exclude that certain section of the park. So it's like, well, I've already given my money to go on all these other things. I might as well go enjoy the Harry Potter world that I love so much. So best believe if I go to Epic Universe, I'm going on that Ministry ride. Oh, Stardust Racers looks incredible. It looks incredible. That is probably the number one ride from Epic Universe that I want to get on. But there's many. I mean, the whole thing is like an experience. It's less about, I would say, roller coasters like Cedar Point is, and it's more about, the experience. Get into these super hyper themed sections of the park and like live out little stories and stuff. It looks really, really fun. So I will be getting out there. Don't you worry. What do you mean, no Florida? I remember Dueling Dragons. Of course, I never got to go on it, which is a real shame because now it's gone. Uh, but they did replace it with Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, which looks really fun. Way less thrilling than Dueling Dragons, but I've heard is like, a full experience and is super, super fun. So I definitely would enjoy doing that. That's over at Islands of Adventure. Like I said, if I go to Florida, there's a good chance that we're going to be doing like the whole the whole package deal, like Busch Gardens, Epic Universe, Islands of Adventure. I guess a little bit of Universal Studios, even though Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios are like basically two tied parks together, and there's less to do at Universal Studios than there is at Islands of Adventure. I don't know. But Islands of Adventure also has Velocicoaster, which is also considered to be one of the best roller coasters in the world. So I gotta do it. Gotta do it. But yes, Harry Potter World in California, not Florida, for me. No, I know Busch Gardens is like a separate park. But if I'm gonna be there, Tampa and Orlando aren't like that far away from each other. I would happily be like, I've rented a car. We'll start off here in Tampa and do all our stuff at Busch Gardens and then move our way up to Epic Universe and the other Universal parks. And the Incredible Hulk looks intense. Like, that looks like a really intense ride, which gets me excited to go on it. It makes me very excited. So far, the most intense ride I think I've ever been on was either X2 at Magic Mountain or Wonder Woman Golden Lasso at Fiesta Texas. That thing is insane. Like, it is. The forces you get on that ride are ridiculous. Orlando to Tampa is an hour 30. That's nothing. That's nothing. Again, the trip from Cleveland to Cedar Point that I'll be taking with the rental car is an hour and 15 minutes. Nothing. Universal and Islands like the back of my hand. Ooh, ooh, I'm excited. Again, that trip's going to be a little further out, but I'm excited for it. I'm very excited. You live near Great America. Oh, Great America is, again, one that I was this close to doing 3 days at Cedar Point and then driving over to Six Flags Great America since it's not like too far away. But ultimately, it cost me so much money just to do the trip to Cedar Point. I was like, all right, let's rein it back a little bit. I'll stick with my 3 days at Cedar Point, and then I'll come back and do probably a trip to like Kings Island and Six Flags Great America as well. Sorry, just checking my phone to see. Yep, that's all it gives me. I gotta say, this portable charger, handy in a pinch, but not Very good. It only gives me about 45% charge, the whole thing, so that's not fantastic. But again, it might save my ass once or twice. We take the train from Universal to Islands. Oh, and yeah, we get to take the Hogwarts Express from Universal over to Islands of Adventure. Spend most of the day there because Universal is mainly simulators. Yeah, simulated like screen rides, they're fun. Like I enjoy doing them, but occasionally they will get me a little nauseous, like a little motion sick, which normal roller coasters don't do. But Islands of Adventure is like where it's at. They've got. That's okay. Maybe I'll buy another one before I go, but again, it already costs so much money to go. I'm trying to save money. I've got to buy new headphones because I can't find mine anywhere, and I'm gonna need headphones for the like 4 hour plane rides and everything. Although maybe I shouldn't because then that'll drain my battery on my phone. I don't know. There's so much to consider. There's so much to do for this trip. I hate traveling because it stresses me out, but I also love traveling because it's so much fun to see like new places and do new things and everything. Rides that just spin in a circle make me ill. I agree. Flat rides that just spin in the same direction over and over and over again, that makes me sick. Like I can't do it. I used to be able to. As a kid, they didn't make me sick at all, but now, as I've said, I'm 31 years old. I can't do those rides anymore. They just make me, as you said, they make me ill. But roller coasters, totally fine. As long as you can change up the direction and the pacing and like where you're going and what your body's doing, then I'm totally fine. Islands is the mecca. Well, I hear Epic Universe is giving Islands of Adventure a real run for its money. That sounds like a plan, Shayna. Although I heard they got rid of Rip Ride Rocket. I think that's the name of it. Let me see if I got that right. Rip Ride Rocket? Is that it? Yeah, Rip Ride Rocket. I think they shut it down, which is too bad. I wanted to get on that ride. That was one of the only like major roller coasters over at Universal Studios. Oh yeah, it's closing in August, so I definitely am not going to be able to get on it before they get rid of it, which is too bad. That is too bad. But I've also heard it's not like the greatest roller coaster ever or anything, so I'll I'll live. Oh, well, they have a Mummy one over there. I've been on the Mummy at Universal Studios Hollywood, and that is actually a very fun ride. I did like that a lot. And you're right, Shayna. Only way to find out is to go ourselves and determine that. But yeah, I've been on similar. I believe it's a Gerstlauer roller coaster. Again, my roller coaster autism is showing real quick. I know my manufacturers and everything. Is it? Is it or is it a Premiere? I actually don't know. RCDB. Do 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 do. Rip Ride Rocket. It is. Oh, it's a Mauer coaster. Okay. That's weird. I don't think I've been on a Mauer before. But I've been on rides that at least do similar like maneuvers to Rip Ride Rocket, and they're fun, but Again, I'll live without it. I do love some good onboard audio though. That is fun. I love Disney parks. I just think they're ridiculously overpriced. Like unbearably so, to the point where as much as I would like to go to Disneyland more often since it's like a 4-hour drive from where I live, it's just so expensive. Like the tickets alone are going to cost you like $300 to $500 just to go for like both parks or for like a couple days, and that is, it's just too much. Like it's just too much. Have you ridden a wooden coaster backwards? No, I have not. Which one are you talking about? Oh, tower drops, Mouse Boy. I'm totally fine with those. If they bounce, that will actually get me a little sick because depending on how much it bounces, because that really floaty airtime that you get does make me get a little queasy, but not like super super bad. But yeah, no. Which wooden roller coaster are you talking about that goes backwards? What do you mean? What does that mean for the style of coaster? What do you mean? Oh, I love wooden roller coasters. It depends on the wooden roller coaster, though. There are some that are so rough that they are just painful and it's not fun anymore. But there's some where that they've kept, taken good care of, and it still has like a little bite to it. It still rocks you around a little bit, but in a fun way. So I like wooden roller coasters if they've been well taken care of. Like on my list here, um, my favorite wooden roller coaster, my number three roller coaster of all time, is Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm. That thing runs beautifully, is so much fun, has like great airtime, good lateral G forces. It's a really, really fun ride. But then there's also, what else did I go on? I went on Judge Roy's Scream over at Over Texas, and that thing was rough as fuck. it just it just hurt. I was like, this is not fun. This is not fun at all. It also was just a really tame ride in comparison. I was like, this is a little boring on top of being kind of painful. You don't want to do Doctor Doom? I want to do Doctor Doom. It looks like a fun little launch tower. American Eagle. Oh, I've heard that one's pretty rough. I've heard American Eagle is kind of rough. But I mean, if it goes backwards, that would be pretty fun. What style of coaster is Rip Ride Rocket? It's manufactured by Mauer, which is not exactly the most prestigious of like coaster manufacturers. It's like they've made a good amount of things. Let me look up some of the other things that they've made just to see. Yeah, see, they don't even have like a whole lot of rides that they make. They make Wild Mouses, which I don't like Wild Mouse roller coasters. They're kind of uncomfortable. They made two flying launch roller coasters. What? Oh yeah, kind of in the same train design as Rip Ride Rocket. Okay. Yeah, they're not the best, not the worst either. From what I hear, there are many mechanical issues with their rides, which is probably why they're getting rid of Rip Ride Rocket. No, there's nothing different like with the inversions or anything. No, Great America is in Michigan. I'll be 100% honest. I don't actually know what state Chicago is in. If that makes me a dumb American, I know. Even though it's in the country I live in, but I want to say Michigan. I actually don't know. Illinois. Thank you. Thank you. And what's in Michigan? Is there anything in Michigan? I feel like there's got to be something. Hold on. Michigan. Ooh, wow, that looks very pretty. I'll be very close to Michigan when I'm in Ohio. I'll be like very close actually. Oh, Detroit. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Detroit is what I was thinking of, not Chicago. My bad. I think Great American, and that solidified my hate for wooden coasters. Ride a good wooden roller coaster. Do a GCI. There's a lot of CCI roller coasters, CCI wooden coasters that have just gotten really rough and kind of unbearable, or like custom wooden roller coasters that have gotten really rough and unbearable. GCIs, for the most part, some of them have also gotten kind of rough, but for the most part, GCIs are fantastic wooden roller coasters and do some wild shit that's really fun. And see you later, Triclaw. I'm also probably going to end the stream here before too long. I just wanted to catch up with everyone, let y'all know that I'm doing this big trip to Cedar Point, and if anyone wants to join me, come on, come drive over and join me in Sandusky, Ohio. They had one in Busch Gardens called Gwazi. Oh yeah, do you know what they did with Gwazi? They turned it into Iron Gwazi because it got so rough, and they were just like, yeah, this thing is just rough. The amount of retracking that we would have to do to fix it, for one, is not working, and two, it's just costing too much money. So let's just hybrid the roller coaster, turn it into an RMC, and it is now one of the best roller coasters in the entire world. The water park at Cedar Point is not too bad either to have a full weekend. I don't like water parks. I just don't like them. Like, there's something about being just in swim trunks around tons and tons of people that I don't like. So I'm probably not going to do that. I'm just going to be spending 3 full days at Cedar Point. Yeah, it's also the cleanliness factor of a water park also throws me off. I know they put so much chlorine into the water that like any genuine like bacteria, or like when people pee in the water, like it's not that big of an issue at that point, but it still grosses me out and I don't really like it. If I could have a water park all to myself, then maybe. Because water slides are fun. I do like a good water slide. But there's just something about the vibe of water parks that just throws me off. I'm not super into it. But yes, Iron Gwazi is considered by many people the best RMC that has ever been made. Not by everyone. Some people still say Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point, baby, is the best that's ever been made. And I'm about to find out. And yeah, the views do look really good at the water park, and the fact that almost all the park is like on the beach is really cool. Oh, 100% Shayna. I'll try and I'll definitely try and give you all like a full rundown of my experience there. And I've just got to really, really super duper remember to put on sunscreen like every hour so that I don't burn. I have to do that or I'm going to die. Like you can see how pale my skin is. I burn so easily. And that is probably the number one thing I'm like concerned about going because I always miss spots. I'm always like, okay, get my face, get my ears, get my arms, whatever. And then when I get to the hotel room, I'm like, oh, I missed this little spot on my shoulder and it got me good. Or I missed this little spot like right under my ear and it got me good. And like every fucking time. We'll be lost in love, the weekend run. And we'll be hiding from the weekend sun. If you put your lights on pink, then you make videos. We don't know if you burned. I guess that's true. I have my pink light on right now, but I'll feel it, and I don't like being sunburned. I really don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable. Because it will be hot. I mean, it says it's going to be 80 degrees when I'm there, which isn't too bad. But it's also really humid, so I'll probably be sweating a decent amount. And I'll say summertime is usually not the best time to go to theme parks because kids are out of school, it's really hot. But there's a lot of theme parks like Cedar Point that are only open during the summer pretty much because it opens in May and I think it stays open until like October and then it closes for the whole winter and most of fall and spring and everything. So kind of have no choice when it comes to Cedar Point. Kind of got to go during the summer. The lake breeze helps here in the Great Lake regions, but be careful. Okay, that's good to know. This will also be the first time I've ever seen a Great Lake in person, which is pretty cool. Get to see Lake Erie. Great America also closes in the winter. I mean, that makes sense. It's on Lake Michigan. I won't lie. I might get a little freaked out seeing Lake Erie in person because the ocean really scares me. So just seeing like a vast expanse of water that doesn't stop does kind of freak me out. But I still think it'll be cool. But you have to drive over this bridge to get to Cedar Point. And driving over a bridge of like water on both sides that you can't see the end of might actually spook me out just a little bit. I will, Shayna, I will. I know from one of the rides, I think from Magnum XL 200, from the very top, you can actually see Canada on the other side, which is pretty cool. I definitely want to see that. That'd be neat. That'll be the closest I've ever been to Canada, and very good to know, Mouseboy. Do you have that fear of the deep water too? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Like, I was on a boat in Lake Mead, which is here in Vegas, or like really close to Vegas. And just being on the water, looking down, and not being able to see the bottom of it, even though it's not as deep as like the ocean or anything, I was freaking out. Like, I really, really don't like deep water. It terrifies me. The ride I'm most excited for is Steel Vengeance, for sure. That is the one that I'm like, no matter what happens on this trip, I have to get on that at least one time. It gets some of the longest lines in the park too, so that one will be tough to figure out, but I have to get on Steel Vengeance. But I also really want to get on Top Thrill 2, which also gets crazy lines. I also really, really want to get on Millennium Force. Magnum, I've heard mixed reviews on. It's been said to be kind of rough, so I'm like, I'm excited to get on it, but I'm a little worried that it's going to give me a headache or disorient me just a little too much. Maverick is also one that I'm like, gotta get on that. I also really want to do Val Raven because I've never done a dive coaster before. I also want to do Gatekeeper because I've never done a wing coaster before, which I know Great America has a wing coaster. Can't remember what it's called. I think it's X something. Can't remember. But let me pull up Still Vengeance for you. I'm just going to pull up images of it because the videos are not great. Then we could be together, 'cause I wanna feel the pressure. So yeah, so this is Steel Vengeance here. Looks incredible. X-Flight, thank you. I was right, it was X something. Oh, Shikra. Did you say Shakira? It's Shikra, Shayna. I do want to get on Shikra though. That's again another dive coaster that I like really want to get on. But yeah, Steel Vengeance. It's not a wooden coaster. It is a hybrid roller coaster. It's an RMC, so it has a steel track, so it's very smooth. But it has wooden supports because this is it used to be a wooden coaster. And then they RMC'd it to make it into this like ultimate thrill ride. Because it used to be Mean Streak. I wasn't talking about a motorcycle. Thank you. So yeah, it used to be this guy right here, which was said to be very rough and uncomfortable. And then they turned it into this guy here, Still Vengeance, which is said to be one of the, if not the #1 roller coaster in the world. Wooden supports is what I meant. Yeah. But yeah, it looks so good. It looks so good. The whole park looks so good. Like I'm so excited. It's like no joke. It is unreal how excited I am. I know some people might laugh at this, but I genuinely might cry. Like when I actually get there and pull up into the parking lot or can see it from a distance, because I have wanted to do this since I was like 4 years old. This is something that I like begged my parents to let me go. I'm like, please, like let's take a trip to Ohio and go to Cedar Point. I have to get on these roller coasters. And they were all like, no, too much money. We're not going all the way to Ohio just so you can get on some roller coasters, because my parents are evil. I'm just kidding. I do love my parents. But they are kind of evil. And now I'm going. Like I'm actually gonna do it. It's wild. Like when I bought the tickets for the plane and the rental car and then the hotel and like my early entry and everything for the park, because I splurged a little bit on the actual park. I decided to get a hotel like on site so that I'm like really close to the park, and that also gives me early entry and like unlimited drinks, which I'm gonna need to drink a lot of water, so that was kind of a must. I also got like the all-day dining passes. And again, I'm going for 3 days, so it cost me a pretty penny, but I think it's going to be well worth it. But when I bought the tickets and everything, I was literally shaking. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm actually going to do it, I'm actually going to do it. I mean, the dining pass seems well worth it to me because it's only like 33 bucks per day to do the dining pass. So it cost me like 60 bucks overall. But when you actually buy a meal there, it's going to cost you like 25 to $30 per meal. So if I'm buying even 2 meals a day, which I will be, it's already well worth it. And yeah, theme park food is like really expensive, but they can get away with it because what are you going to do? Are you going to leave the park, go drive all the way back out, like to Sandusky to go grab your food, which won't even be all that much cheaper, anyways? No. You're going to stay in the park and you're going to pay us a crazy amount of money for this food. So yeah, I went for the dining pass. I probably will, Shayna. Like, I probably will. So pumped. So pumped. It's so cool. Like, this is genuinely one of those things where I thought I'll always dream about going to this thing, but I'm never actually going to do it because I'll always come up with an excuse as to why I can't or why I don't have the time or the money or this or that. But I've saved up a lot of money over the last year, and I'm spending a lot on this trip. I'll even say how much I'm spending. It's embarrassing to say, but with the plane tickets, the rental car, the hotel, all day dining pass, early entry, like admission into the park and everything. This is costing me about 1350, so $1,350. It is a lot of money, but it's gonna be worth it. Most of that money is for the plane ticket and the rental car, I should add, because buying plane tickets is ridiculous, dude. Like, it is so expensive. But agreed, it's been my dream since I was a kid, so it is worth it. What did I just drop? I actually don't know what I just dropped. Oh. Come on, get up here. Yeah, Shayna, yeah. Yes. It'll probably cost me that much to do the Florida trip, too. Because, again, I'll have to pay for, again, a rental car, the plane tickets, hotels, the actual admission into the parks, and then all the food and everything along the way. It'll probably cost me just as much to do that trip as well. Which is why I'm like, I'm going to have to space it out a little bit and save that money back up again. And that's what I hear, Mouse Boy. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. Oh, and you stayed at Bellagio? Yeah, Bellagio's not a cheap hotel, that's for sure. Oh, so you saw the O? That was a good show. I just saw Ka recently for a second time, and it was fantastic. Still, my favorite Cirque show is Ka. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap this up though. I've got D&D campaign stuff to prep for the day. My players are in for it today. It's gonna be a good one. Oh, I could stay at your house? Oh, that's so sweet. Girl, We may have never met in person, but I can tell you're good people. So I'd be happy to stay at your house if you'd let me. That'd be really cool, actually. When you approach the park and you see the wild roller coaster, it takes your stomach twinge. So, oof. Stop getting me excited. I'm already like buzzing. I'm already buzzing. I'm glad O was great. I did like O a lot. And thank you, Mouseboy. Thank you so much. All right, Shayna, it's a deal. When we do this trip out to Florida, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. I wish I could take you all to with me to Cedar Point. That'd be even more fun. But this one's gonna be all me. But yes, I shall leave you all now. Like I said, I got a lot of D&D stuff to prep for the day. So you all have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you are. And that is about it.